Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be doing another PID tuning tutorial, and today I'll be doing the GB130 parts kit, which as you can see here. So, I'll run over the parts real quick. It's Bonka 4S 850 milliamp hour. I believe it's their 65C version battery. We got the Reptile 130X frame, so it's a true X, so our roll and pitch P value should be pretty similar. We've got some Emax red bottoms RS 1306 4000 kV on here on the 4S, and these are Rotor X 3040 tri-blades. We've got some 20 amp Little B's ESCs. These are not the ones that come in the kit. I chose these to support 4S here. It's what I had laying around, and they are on, I believe, multi-shot 14 or not multi-shot, BL Heli 14.6 running one shot for 125. Got a SP-F3 racing clone board in there running Betaflight 3.0. Stock values for the PIDs for the first flight here, and I believe it's running 4K. And then for the FPV camera, since you guys are going to be getting DVR footage for the tuning, because I don't have any good way to mount an HD cam on here, so it's going to be more of just a light bare bones racing copter sort of. So I've got about a 45-degree tilt on there. It's the RunCam Swift, and there's a little, I'm not sure the brand, but there's a 200 milliwatt VTX with an Aomway antenna on the back there. And I'll just be using my Quantum V2s with a Bosscam FR632 diversity receiver with an 8 dBi immersion RC patch and a TBS Triumph, and then modded with my HM DVR over here to capture the DVR. Flying with my Tyrannus. So yeah, let's get it up and do a flight on stock Betaflight PIDs to see how it feels. Alright, so here we are, stock PIDs. Actually, let me start my timer. There we go. So if you can hopefully see there right away, we got a lot of shake on the punch out. Let me do it again here. You see all that shake? It's not necessarily vibration, but more of oscillation. You can't really hear it though. So that's going to be basically, might have to increase our TPA, which is as you break a certain threshold in the throttle, it decreases the PIDs by a certain percentage amount, so it'll stop that shake. But it doesn't look too bad. So let's do some rolls and flips and check our bounce back. So bounce back is virtually non-existent here. Little bit on roll, but pretty good there. Let's check some prop wash. A little bit there, but once again, Betaflight values proving to be very flyable on every copter I've ever tested. Yeah, very good actually. But we're gonna tune that up. Feels pretty good, but I'm going to want some more roll P because it feels a little loose. A lot of this is feel on the sticks. A little more pitch. I like to have it pretty tight, and especially since it's going to be more of a racing yaw, I usually find pretty loose, and yeah, feels pretty loose to me. So let's bring it in and land right there. Ooh, look at that landing. Okay, so here you are on the PIDs. So I'm actually going to up my roll to 5 here and up my pitch, because those felt loose, as well as my yaw, it felt pretty loose. So I'm going to go up to 85 there. I'm going to leave the I as the same, but I'm actually going to decrease the D down to 15, so it's less of a factor in filtering out, because I'm trying to find more P oscillations so I know where kind of the limit is, and then filter with more D. So let's do that there. I'm going to leave the TPA stock at 10 for this time, just to see what effect this has on that shake on our full punch outs. And if it doesn't go away, I will increase the TPA. 10's pretty low, usually like 25 or something. So let's do that. Okay, so here we are. So we increased the P on all 3 axes, roll, pitch, and yaw. Decreased the D since we're trying to filter less of that out. So let's get up here. We left the TPA the same to see how this affects it. And hopefully you can see. Prop wash is worse. You can see there, hopefully. Prop wash is worse, but that's normal with lower D. Let's see how the roll feels. Little too tight, actually, I think. Pitch is okay there, maybe a little less. Yaw feels okay. So let's check on our full punch out here. Yeah, so basically the same. So I think we're going to have to increase the TPA a little bit. See how when I punch the throttle, the nose is dipping? We need to work on our eyes a little as well. Alright, but not bad. So let's bring it in here. Ooh, dirty landing. Here we are back. Okay, so here we are back, and I hope you could be able to see that increasing the p-values here actually made it have more oscillations just in general, and that might be due to lowering of the D here as well. But there's a little bit too much just on general purposes, so I'm going to lower the roll down to 4.8 here. It looked like I was having mostly roll. Maybe 4.6 and some P, so we'll go down to 6.3, and I don't think there was any yaw, but just to be a little bit more safe, we'll try lowering them all just a little bit, and you could be doing these one at a time and really focusing on which axis is shaking if you want to do that, but I'm just going to try going down a little bit here, and as well as since we still had those punch out problems, I'm going to go down to the TPA down here, and you can see it's 10. I'm going to put it to 25 right there. We'll hit save. So let's see what those do. Okay, so here we are. So we lowered the P's just a little bit, as well as increased the TPA to see if we can get rid of some of those just normal oscillations. So it definitely looks like we have not as many, just normal oscillations during flight. See, the prop wash is still pretty bad, but we're going to be able to fix most of that with our D. But you can see the punch out, we're still having a little bit of shake. So we might go a little bit higher on the TPA here, but let's try and see what axis is shaking. So it looks like mainly just roll. Maybe some pitch. So, although the pitch is quite a bit higher than this, than the roll value. See there, it wasn't too bad. And this is a pure X frame. So they should be pretty much the same value. So I'm going to actually lower the pitch a little bit. Maybe the roll just a tiny bit, because it is feeling pretty good there. So yeah, let's do that, and I'll increase the TPA to 30 here. Alright, so here we are. So I'm going to leave the roll alone, because these really should be probably closer. So I'm just going to back this down to 60, this down on 83, because it might have also been the yaw shaking on the punch-outs. It might have been the yaw, because we raised that quite a bit there. Let's go back down to the TPA down here, and we had 25. And let's change it to 30 down here, so 0.3. TPA breakpoint 1650, it's about okay. Yeah, D, okay. So, yeah, let's hit save, and let's try those values. Alright, so here we are back with the slightly lower P's once again, as well as some higher TPA. See, it's still doing it. Let's see, I'm going to leave it actually and see if extra D can help when we start raising our D gains. Will help filter it out, because the P, not much power. Well, there is, but not as much as I'm used to. The P's feeling pretty good. Okay, so let's just leave the P and the TPA for now, because 30 is a decent bit. So let's do the I here. So if we look on punch outs, looks like it's dropping to the front and to the right just a little bit. So quite a bit of pitch, well, not a quite bit, but a little more roll I and more pitch I. Looks like we don't need any more yaw, but I always like to add a little bit more just to have it a little more tighter and locked in. So let's try a sliding type of turn. Yeah, it's dropping the nose there. Yeah, it was dropping to the left there that time. Okay, so let's come in and adjust our I gains here. So here we are. Okay, so here we are. So on those sliding turns and punch outs there, the nose definitely was dipping, so we're gonna go up to 75 there. And the roll was dipping a little bit, so I'm gonna go to a 50. And as was the yaw in those sliding turns, because it wasn't going up like this in the sliding turns, it was kind of like either going up or down, I can't remember, as well as it looked like it might have had a little bit of yaw or roll in there. So we're just gonna up these like that, because that's what was moving. We're gonna leave the D for now. Once we figure out the I, then we'll start raising the D, which will help with bounce back on flips, as well as that prop wash that you're seeing all over. So don't worry about that for right now, because I feel like the P's are okay here, as well as the TPA of 30 is definitely high enough to stop that. So hopefully the D, we'll see what happens. And if it doesn't fix those slight oscillations on the punch outs, then we'll see what else is causing it, and we'll maybe lower the P some more. So let's save and try this. Alright, so here we are testing out the higher I gains to try and stop the wobbling or the pitching. See, it's a little bit better there. Still some pitch, but I mean, there's only so much you can do on such a situation like that, where there's just so much, and especially on a little 3-inch copter that it has to stabilize. Okay, let's try a sliding turn. Looks pretty good there. Whoops. Woo. Alright, looks pretty good. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to raise the D just a tiny bit, or not the, whoops. Not the D. I'm going to raise the PI just a little bit more to try and help with that, and now we'll start bringing up the D since the I's look pretty well there. Okay, so here we are. So I'm going to raise up the I just a little bit more on the pitch value there. That should be pretty good. These are pretty decent there, I feel. So let's start raising up the D values. So let's just bring these up to 25 and see how this handles our prop wash and bounce back, how much it improves it. But make sure you check your motor temperatures, fly for like 30 seconds, and then check your motor temperatures when adjusting D. Because if your D gets too out of hand, it'll amplify the noise and can smoke a motor. But on new stuff like Betaflight, with the Betaflight PID controller, it's not so much a problem. You can get up to a value of about 60, and you'll still be okay. But like old Lux Float stuff was where those were a problem mostly. But you know, just go slow and make sure you check your motors. So that was I think a 10 jump there. So it's a little bit big jump, but they were already so low, just to help with the P testing. So let's try these out. Alright, here we go with the higher D. Hey look, the sun came out, and I can already tell a big difference in smoothness. It looks like it didn't help our P oscillations too much on the punch outs. Maybe there. Okay. So let's check our prop wash. Definitely still there. Actually almost maybe looks like we're getting some yaw. Those oscillations are yaw, so.
1 minute.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't good. So let's try some bounce back. Still there a little bit, but much better. Okay, so let's bring it in here. Okay, so I'm going to I want to address these P oscillations we're getting since the D isn't seeming to help too much. So I'm going to try lowering the yaw P to see if that was the problem, because it is pretty high up there. Okay, so we were still getting those oscillations, so I'm actually going to try lowering the yaw P here. Let's go to 7.5, because that's quite a bit higher than the other ones at 8. And that might have been causing some of our P oscillations, because it looks like it might have been doing yaw, it might be doing pitch, because pitch is pretty high too. So let's just try lowering this 5 there from 80 to 75 and see what that does. Okay, here we are with the lower yaw P. No.
It might have helped a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to see which axis. It might be the pitch. Let's try lowering the pitch some. Because this is a true X. It shouldn't be that much higher.
So let's drop that just 2 more, and we'll drop the pitch, I don't know, down to 5.2. Get it closer to the roll, because this is a pure X, and let's just see, that's a pretty drastic jump. So if that is going to solve the problem, hopefully we'll be able to see some of the benefits there. So okay, so this time we've got the lower P on pitch by quite a bit. No? You can see, now our dipping problem is worse when we punch throttle, as you can see there. Because the P does play a part in that. I and P need to work together. But, like, interesting. Yeah, that didn't help. Maybe it is on the yaw. Alright. So let's bring it back in here. And I'm going to put the P back to where it was, because it obviously didn't help there. And I'm going to bump the yaw even lower, the yaw P. Put the pitch P back to 6 where it was. And I'm going to lower the yaw all the way down to 6.5. Let's just see if that gets rid of the shake. We might have to even add in more TPA. I mean, I'm already at 30%, so I don't know. Maybe some extra D, but I'm going to try this. Put the P back to where it was on the pitch and lower it quite a bit on the yaw. Alright, here we are with the lower yaw P. It's really not making a difference. Oh man, the yaw is very loose now, though. You can see it's going all over the place. So it definitely wasn't the yaw. So let's put everything back the way it was. I'm going to raise the yaw back up quite a bit. And let's try the roll, actually. I don't know. Let's try the roll. Let's put the yaw back up, because that felt terrible, so it's obviously not that. So let's go down to 4 on the roll. Might as well, so let's try that. Alright, we got the... Nope. The roll wasn't the roll. And now look how sloppy the roll is. Hopefully you can see this. This is what a loose roll is. Alright, so let's raise the roll back up. So, you know, I guess I'm going to have to add more TPA, and I've never had to go more than 30, but heck, let's try 45. That certainly didn't help either, so let's put this back up, and let's go down, and, you know, let's turn this guy up. 0.45. Let's see if that helps, and if that doesn't, I'm going to put it down and just continue adding more D for our prop wash, and I'm just going to leave it, because there might be some vibration issue in the copter, or it might just be a nature of this frame or 3 inches in general. I don't know, but if 45 doesn't fix it, I'm not going higher than that. Alright, even higher TPA.
1 minute.
Okay, now that's not going to work. Because the TPA, if you don't know what it does, as you go past a certain throttle range, it reduces the values by, as 45 is 45%. So that's quite a bit. So you're getting, when you punch out, you want lots of control, and this makes it just so soft and terrible. It might have fixed our issue, but now it flies, yeah, it fixed the shake, but now it flies awful. So I'm just going to put it back to 20, and then just continue on with the D, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it on here. And feel free to leave suggestions below. Alright, so that certainly wasn't it at 45. It just feels awful. So we'll go back to 0.2 right there, and we'll start bumping up our D's. So let's go to 30 here. Okay, here we are back with the higher D of 35 versus the 30. Let's check prop wash. So prop wash still there. Definitely better though. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. Whoa, where are we? Okay, so let's check bounce back. Oops. Can we get up from that? No. Dang it. Okay, we're back. Just bent prop, although it looks like I have some vibration from it. Oh boy.
2 minutes.
Okay. So there definitely is some roll bounce back. I don't think there is P. P actually... Okay, so I'm going to raise that a little bit more. I'm going to change this prop because it's obviously damaged. Okay. Okay, so my motors are still cool, so I'm going to raise the D. Let's try 34 and let's do 33 and 36 because it corresponds to the P, and the pitch is a little bit higher P here. So yeah, I think that's good. So let's try that. All right, so higher D yet. Very good on the roll, as you can see there, hopefully. Dead stops. Pretty much the same with the pitch. You can really hear it, hopefully you can hear it in the audio. The stops are really nice.
1 minute.
So yeah, that's just right about where I want it there. The D. Don't hear any D oscillations, but I will check my motor temps to make sure they're not hot. They are hot, you have to back down. But basically, I think this is finally just about done here. I'm going to raise probably the roll P by like another 0.1 and the pitch by like 0.2 just to get even a sharper feel. I'll raise the I a little bit and I'll raise the D just a tiny bit more just to kind of finish up. I always raise pretty much all at the end there. Can we power loop? Nope, I didn't get it. Alright. Well, I'm not used to this lack of power. But yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll include, like usual, I'll do a full flight just testing some things out with some music for you. So let me come back in, and then we'll talk about the PIDs, and I'll show you a screenshot of my final values here. Okay.
You are still in my mind. The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track, I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you. You are
So yeah, there we go. That was the end of the tuning video for the GB130 parts kit that Gearbest sent in. I'll leave a link down below. I did build reviews, or build tutorials, part 1, 2, and 3. So I'll leave those down below, as well as a maiden line of sight flight. But, you know, as for the PIDs, I'm going to leave it here. These are the PIDs I got. Here's the screenshot. But not actually that happy, because, like, if you can, hopefully you can see from the DVR footage, the vibration is in there, and it's not TPA, I've tried that, it's not any of the P's, I've tried that, and it's not the DIA. I tried everything that I could think of. The only other things I could think of that it could be are maybe mechanical vibrations coming from the props, or the motors, they might be a little dinged up, as well as maybe the sensor inside the camera is a little loose. But this is a Runcam Swift, and I've never heard of that happening in this specific model before. So I don't really know, but it flies nice and it's really locked in. It's just got that vibration. But if you can fly around it and you don't care that much, I mean, it's more of a racing rig anyways. But please feel free to leave your suggestions down below. And hopefully you found this helpful. I'll leave a link down below to my Patreon as well if you wish to support the channel. Because, you know, maybe that vibration is just something about this specific frame. I really don't know. I've never had that before, or never had it that I haven't been able to get rid of with the methods that I showed you. So, and a new one for me, yeah, please subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.